Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Where do you want me to do the swearing in at so you can take pictures?
I can take pictures wherever you standing.
Tim said he wanted to do it up here like toward the podium so he can be switching out the
That's up to you.
things.
I'll move wherever I have to.
You gonna stand here too? We're gonna be at that meeting tomorrow. It's always nice to see you. Good to see
You just laugh. You just
All right, we're ready.
No, I saw that.
Temperature good.
We're already recording. Yeah. It's on through the system, so it's only gonna pick up until.
Well, folks, wow. I bet you can hear me now, can't you? So caution to everyone, do not sit up on these microphones. You can whisper. before I call the meeting officially to order, I'd like to welcome everyone to the first meeting in the new town hall for Batesburg-Leesville. This is special for all of us. It really is a dream come true. It's something we've been looking forward to for quite some time. With that being said, I'm going to call the meeting to order. And, brain went way on me. Reverend David Edmond, if you do the invocation for me tonight, I'd be honored.
Thank you, Mayor. Council. Almighty and merciful God, from you comes every good and perfect gift. We give you praise and thanks for all your mercies. Your goodness has created us. Your bounty has sustained us. Your discipline has chastened us. Your patience has borne with us. Your love has redeemed us. Give us a heart to love and serve you, and enable us to show your thankfulness for all your goodness and mercy by giving of ourselves to your service and cheerfully submitting all things to you, to your blessed will. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council has the agenda before you. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Motion to approve.
Motion from Charles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Todd. Discussion? District 1?
District 1 votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8? And I vote yes, thank you. You also have received the minutes from the regular council meeting dated October 12th, 2015. Do I hear a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Motion from Rachel, second from Charles. Any discussion? District 1?
District 1 votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8? And I vote yes, thank you. Next regular council meeting, gracious, December 14th. Where has this year gone? I mean, the Central Midlands.
I have no information to report this month.
Okay, and we're going to have Bob here for EPAC, for joint water, economic development. Very simple.
Economic Development Committee met on November 5th. President Taylor announced that the Chamber Banquet is November the 12th, this Thursday. The Christmas Parade is scheduled for December 13th at 5 o'clock in the evening, which is a new time, 5 o'clock on December 13th. Town manager gave an update to the committee from the town. Perlong Chevrolet, as we know, broke ground, projected to open this fall of 2016. McDonald's is planning to renovate its restaurant here in 2016 with double drive-throughs, the modern look that we see at other places, Lexington and so forth, with more seating and whatnot. And that's pretty much the gist of the meeting.
McDonald's is a good facelift. They've been around a while, I'm sure they're new. Got nobody signed up to speak on the agenda. We've got unfinished business. In new business, we've got approval of funds and agreement for the implementation of a community notification system. You received information from the manager over the weekend on the Code Red system, and before throw it to him, we all kind of realized the need for a notification system like this when we got into the problem first of October with the flood situation. and called upon Lexington School District 3 and Dr. Gary and Judy Fox were generous enough to send out some messages to the parents of Lexington School District 3 on the boil water advisories and some things like that. And Ted and I started talking, and man, we really need something like this. So he and Seth have done a whole lot of homework. So
Mayor, Seth's done a lot of homework on this, and I'm going to give Seth the floor and let him tell you all about it.
now, do you need to take that mask off?
It's easier to talk about it, so. Good evening. Well, as you mentioned, Mayor, we had an opportunity this last few months to see how well our communication and outreach programs are going. And we found that through the limitations of our website and our social media strategy, that we needed a more active way to provide information to the public. Right now, we're using much a passive approach where people have to come to us for that information. And we knew that if we were able to reach out to our residents and businesses, that we could be more effective in delivery of the pertinent information. And so we looked at a number of different national systems, nationwide systems, and found that this Code Red system met our needs perfectly. We're able to explore a lot of great ways to communicate with the public externally, not just through social media, but also through phone calls, direct text messaging as well, and a number of other approaches. And we found that there's a whole litany of things that we could use this system for beyond just the emergency notification that we've been looking at recently. And so looking at the different ones that were available, we found that Code Red has a very dynamic system that's going to allow us to not just send communications out to the public, but also to use it as a communications tool internally for the town. One of the great features that it has is that it can allow us to send a message to someone or to a group of people, and they can actually use in their touch-tone phone input a message that will come back to us. So say, for example, we ask maybe our volunteer firefighters who's going to be available over the holiday weekend or whatever for calls, and they can actually hit a button, we'll get a report, and we'll know exactly who's going to be available. And so it's a great time-saving tool for us in internal communications, as well as a great way for us to communicate externally. And overall, we are excited about what the capabilities of the system can do. It's going to come to us with more than 3,000 names, addresses, phone numbers of people who live in the Batesburg-Leesville area and also businesses in the area. So we're going to start the ground, we're going to hit the ground running, and it's going to be a tremendous benefit to us because we don't have to sit there and spend a lot of time in developing a database to make sure that people are in our system so they can receive that notification. And one of the really cool features about it, or one of the really cool features I like, is that it actually has an app as well. So if you have a smartphone and you want to download the Code Red app, no matter where you go in the country, if that local area, whether the county, municipality, or whatever, is a subscriber to the Code Red system, you'll receive those local notifications. So if you're in Missouri, for example, you may not be aware of something that's going on that you need to know about, and you'll be able to get that information there. Or if they're a resident from Missouri and they're coming to visit Batesburg-Leesville, they'll know about what's going on here as well. So it's a really great system, and also it comes in 33 different languages, so it'll be a great tool for our non-English speaking community as well.
Remind me of the dollar figure again.
Sure, yes ma'am. We're looking at $4,133 annually with a 3-year license commitment.
And we've got the funds targeted in the budget to be able to take care of this?
Yes, ma'am. With receiving the P25 grant of $45,000, we had allotted $22,000 for P25 purchases in the normal operating budget for this year. That was able to offset the cost of what we'd be spending on P25, so we can utilize those funds this year and then budget for these funds next year.
So, if we, and this is just something I'm throwing out, if we pick November 15th as our start date, is it going to be annually from November 15th? You know, how will their contract work just from our start date, whatever 12 months is afterward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're going to partial funding year stuck in there too then, okay.
Sid, how are we going to get the citizens' numbers in there? A lot of folks don't have landlines, they have a cell phone.
Sure.
Numbers change.
Absolutely. So what's great about Code Red is they have an existing relationship with the state emergency
Emergency management.
EED. Yeah, emergency man. I was forgetting the end part. Emergency management division, and so they just updated their records, but they also use a number of different national databases to do that. But then what's also great is that we can go in there and update someone's information as well. And of course, we'll have a sign-in capability on our website. And so if someone comes into, or goes online, they can go to our website and they can update their information there. They can come by town hall when they're signing up for a utility service, or they're signing up to use maybe the equipment here in town. They can also have that opportunity to update their information if they so choose.
Plus, we can now send messages in our wardrooms.
Yes.
Formats. Do I hear a motion to approve the $4,133 annual payment to Code Red for this new service?
Motion to approve.
Motion from Todd, is there a second? Second from Charles, any discussion? Okay, District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8, and I say absolutely yes. Thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work on this. I think we're going to find this to be an extremely valuable tool now. Also need to approve the update employee policy and procedure manual to include compassionate leave.
Yes, ma'am. Prior to my arrival here in the town, and even since my arrival, one of the things that's been discussed periodically is we've had medical situations with employees where they have to be out for a long extended period of time. Maybe they don't have enough sick leave to cover them through, or vacation leave to cover them through the entire length of their illness, and beyond what FMLA requirements are. And employees have been very open in saying that, especially the ones that have been here for quite some time, that they would be willing to donate some of their unused sick time that maybe won't carry over year to year, and to these employees that really are going to be faced with a financial hardship if they can't get that type of leave. We actually have a couple situations coming up here soon where employees could utilize this as well. Seth has been faced with an unfortunate situation he's been dealing with for a couple months now. And we just feel the time is right to put something into place. The fact that we have people willing to donate, people that will need this type of help from their fellow employees. And I think it will also help create an even more family type relationship among the employees if we can help each other during times of need. And so you guys have been provided the details of the policy and exactly how it would work in donating time. But staff recommends approving this addition to the employee policy and procedure manual.
Do I hear a motion to approve the addition to the policy?
Motion to approve.
Second motion.
Todd, second from Charles, any discussion?
Yes, this is all voluntary, is that correct?
Correct. It will be volunteer to be able to donate time.
And this is in place in a number of municipalities throughout the state?
We did a lot of homework in this, and a lot of municipalities and other government entities do utilize some form of donation type of system. This one's unique. We actually got this one from Georgetown County. This is not just a standard bank of sick time that sits there. It requires a lot of work to run that type of system. This one is as needed. A person can apply. Human Resources will reach out and ask people, would they be willing to donate time for this person to help them out. So, but yes, it is utilized by a lot of government entities.
There's no additional cost to the town.
No, sir.
All volunteer.
Anyone else? District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Approval of bids for BB&T and the adoption of a resolution for a 5-year lease purchase agreement on new equipment. Guys, I'm not gonna read this resolution, it will be attached to the minutes. It's to finance the project through Branch Banking Trust Company, BB&T, in accordance with the proposal dated October 30, 2015. The amount financed shall not exceed $305,000. The annual interest rate shall not exceed 1.98%, and the term shall not exceed 5 years. This was for capital items that we approved in the budget under a lease purchase agreement. Ted?
Okay, staff has done a lot of homework to get bids. All the bids that we have received for this were state contract. It's for five new police vehicles, as well as a skid steer track loader with a mulching head that'll be used for limb and leaf landfill operations, to help keep all the limbs and leaves that the street department picks up mulched to maintain that landfill. You'll see that the street department was able to demo a number of track loaders with mulching heads, and we're recommending the John Deere brand. They have a couple unique features, such as a trap door for the mulching head that allows the mulch to become finer, which means that we'll be able to take mulching a lot further, and by it being finer, it'll decompose at a faster rate. That is valued at $101,805.43. For the police department, we're looking for a Ford Explorer with a pursuit package that will be a K9 vehicle, and four Ford Interceptors, 2 slick top, 2 fully marked. And that the total cost of the patrol vehicles is $198,152.96. And that's with all equipment, decals, markings, and everything.
Do I hear a motion to approve 5-year lease purchase?
Make that motion.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Charles. Discussion?
Yes, I have a question about the difference between a slick top and a fully marked.
Jake?
Just bar light on top and no bar light on top. That's all it is. Just like we have, it's just replacing the same type vehicles that we have now, which we have some. The cars that the sergeants drive do not have bar lights on top. The cars that the patrolmen drive do have bar lights on top.
But when it says it's fully equipped minus that equipment?
No, well, if they didn't have all police vehicles, well, all emergency vehicles have to have 360 flashing lights. So if it doesn't have a bar light on top, it has to have the lights in the grill, the lights on the side, and the lights in the rear, as far as flashing lights. So it still has to have flashing lights, just not on top with a bar light.
Thank you.
Tina, I noticed that John Deere was not the lowest bid. Was that because of the advanced features on the John Deere?
Yes, sir. The John Deere has the trap door for the finer mulching, as well as it has a secondary cooling system. When hydraulics are used for a long period of time, and especially grinding down limbs and leaves, it'll put a lot of pressure on that head, which will cause the hydraulic fluid to heat up faster. And when hydraulic fluid heats up too quickly, it causes hydraulic lines to blow. This has a secondary cooling feature, not only in the skid steer, but also in the mulching head, which will prevent this from happening and lower our maintenance costs.
So you think that justifies the...
Absolutely. And talking with the fleet director and the street department supervisor, everyone felt that was, the extra cost was worth those options.
over a period of time?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? District 1?
District 1 votes yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 4?
District 4 votes yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Acceptance of the results from the November 3rd election. Counselor?
Madam Mayor, we held an election on November the 3rd. I have certified results in my hand that came from the Election Commission. We had a special election in District 3, and the certified winner in that election was Stephen Kane. We had 2 other elections. District 4, Charles Simpkins was the winner in that election. Edward Spradley was the winner in District 6. And we had 2 other elections which nobody filed to run against. There was one person in each one of these races, and nobody signed up to be a write-in candidate. And Todd Odell in seat 2 won that election, and James Wizawati in Council District 8.
Do I hear a motion from council to accept the results as presented?
So
I
moved.
second.
Second.
Okay, motion from Rachel, second from Charles. Discussion? District 1,
District 1 votes yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 7,
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
and I vote yes. This time I'd like to recognize Councilmember Frank Fox, if he would rise to the occasion. Frank, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you serving with us. I have this pretty little plaque. It says, "The town of Batesburg-Leesville presented to Frank Fox in recognition of your dedicated service to the citizens and the town of Batesburg-Leesville, having served Town Council District 8, November 2011 to November 2015. Again, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And we will have the swearing in of the council members at this point.
We're going to start off with District 2, Todd Odell.
We got to see.
Put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, please. Let's get it off.
Yeah, say that right in the middle of the picture.
I'll try to talk really loud so everybody can hear me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties
to exercise the duties
of the office
of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As councilman
As councilman
of the municipality of Batesburg-Leesville,
of the municipality of Batesburg-Leesville,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and skill,
and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use
and I will use
the best endeavors
the best endeavors
to preserve
to preserve
the peace
the peace
and carry into
and carry into
effect according to law
effect according to law
the purposes
the purposes
for which I have been elected.
for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Do you have someone hold the Bible for you, sir? Face this way, please, ma'am. I got you. Trying to get so everybody can see your pretty hat. There you go. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ready? You ready?
Yes, sir.
I do solemnly affirm
solemnly affirm
that I am duly qualified,
duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office to which I have been elected, and that I will, to the best of my ability, discharge the duties thereof, and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state and of the United States. So help me God. As councilman for the municipality of Batesburg-Leesville, I will equally, fairly, and impartially, to the best of my ability and skill, exercise the trust reposed in me, and I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace and carry into effect, according to law, the purpose for which I have been elected. So help me God. Congratulations. Mr. Stickles.
Oh, Mr. Darlene up.
She's gonna get the Bible.
No, that's it. All right. I will do solemnly swear
I solemnly affirm
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties
to exercise the duties
of the office to which I have been elected,
of the office to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my
to
ability,
the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
protect,
protect, and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As councilman
As councilman
of the municipality
of the municipality
of Batesburg-Leesville,
of Batesburg-Leesville,
I will equally, fairly,
I will equally and fairly
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my
to
ability
the best of my ability
and skill, exercise the trust reposed in me,
reposed in me,
and I will
and I will
use my best endeavors
use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to law,
according to law,
the purposes
the purposes
for which I have been elected.
for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
If I choke up,
I'm just glad I have.
I have one. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of the state,
to exercise
to exercise
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
and preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of the state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As councilman
As councilman
for the municipality
for the municipality
of Batesburg-Leesville,
of Batesburg-Leesville,
I will equally,
I will equally,
fairly, and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and skill,
and skill,
exercise the trust
exercise the trust
reposed in me,
reposed in me,
and I will use
and I will use
my best endeavors
my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to the law,
according to the law,
the purposes for which I have been
the
elected.
purpose for which I have been elected.
So help me
So
God.
help me God.
Hold the Bible for me. Come on, hold the Bible for me. Come on. You're in my district now. Turn around. Hold the Bible for me.
Okay.
Let me cry for a I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties
to exercise the duties
of the office
of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been elected,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my abilities,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect,
protect,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As councilman
As council
of the municipality
of the municipality
of Batesburg-Leesville,
of Batesburg-Leesville,
I will equally,
I will equally,
fairly,
fairly,
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability
to
and
the best
skill,
of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust
exercise the trust
reposed in me,
reposed in me,
and I will use
and I will use
my best endeavors
my best endeavors
to preserve the peace
to preserve the peace
and carry into effect,
and carry into effect,
according to law,
according to law,
the purposes for which I have been
the
elected.
purpose for which I have been elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I'm back.
And this is an unusual turn of events.
Smile, everybody, I'm home.
There's a lot of stuff. They didn't screw the screw in.
Can we get the repairman?
Say you got screw loose,
Do you have a manager's report tonight?
No report tonight.
No report tonight. There's no executive session, there's no follow-up. Have we got any potential agenda items for next month's meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion? Have a motion from Liz, is there a second?
A second.
Skip it second. Any discussion? District 1,
District 1, yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3, District 4,
District 4 votes yes.
District 6,
Yes.
7,
Yes.
8,
Yes.
and we are adjourned.